Oh, soft-spoken. I have to remember to do soft-spoken today. Oh, so let's move that down. That should be better. Baby, are you down, down? It's like this. Okay, I think that's good. Let's do a poll. What should the poll be? Often. Yes. No. Changes every year. Let's make that smaller. Move it right here. And that should be good. Hi Maya. Hi Calvin. From the glasses tapping video. I believe I do, yes. Hi Donkey. Hello. Hello. How are y'all doing? I was not planning on going live today. This is going to be the first time in a long time that I haven't done a Thursday live stream. Since I started doing Thursday live streams, like since I've started having a set schedule, I don't even know if I've missed a Thursday live stream. So yeah, I don't know for sure if I have or have not missed a Thursday live stream, but either way, I'm here. And so I did not miss today's live stream. I thought I was gonna have to not do today's live stream because I have other things that I had to do today. And there are things that I usually do on Fridays that I had to do today, which is Thursday today instead. But I was able to have time to be on here, so hello everybody. Not as often as you like. Yeah, that's alright, I understand. Can I do another glasses tapping video? Yes, of course. Hi Andrea, how are you doing? How are you doing? What are y'all up to today on this Thursday? Usually this is around the time I get done with my live streams, but again, I wasn't even planning on doing a live stream today, so then I'm like, okay, I'm done with everything I need to be done with up until I have to do other things, so I have time, so that's why I hopped on here today. I'm not good, but I'm not like horrible. I'm just anxious today. I have OCD, so when I'm thrown off my rhythm, it makes me nervous and anxious. Also, there's just things that I have to do. I don't like when I have certain responsibilities. I don't want to be more specific than that. But there's certain things that I don't normally do that I have to do this weekend, which is why I didn't think I would be available for today. Today was weird AF. Why was it weird today, Carla? Also, I think I'm talking too loud. I need to do it at a lower register. I need to speak. See, I'm not used to doing soft-spoken. Thank you, Andrea. I look fidgety. That's just how I am. I'm always fidgety. Thank you, Donkey. Hi, John. Haven't seen you in a while. I don't know who 𝐲𝐭𝐭𝐬𝐿 is, but I will take that as a compliment. You can't gift TikTok coins on here because this is not TikTok, this is YouTube. Thank you, Mohsen. Thank you. You're from Pakistan. I am supposed to. Thank you, Bloody. So RSK, the Leo 2400. I'm supposed to be speaking in a soft-spoken tone. So this is the demeanor of which I'm supposed to speak. You're not dumb, Calvin, but But yeah, I have to talk in a lower register. I started this live stream talking too loud. I have to remember that it's just above a whisper. Some people, when they do soft spoken though, it's like how I started the live stream, but I like when people especially are at like just above a whisper. Thank you, Inaya. That's okay, Calvin. Yes, you do, John, but that's okay. The flow was bumpy and draining. Didn't do much. Oh yeah, because today is one of the protest days, right? One of the protest days. Sorry, there's a hair on my lip. I don't know how it got there. Did it get there from the mic? I don't quite know. I am here. I'll try to explain later, okay. Hi, Weaverton. De South Sapino Weaverton, so. Hello. What beautiful flowers. Where are the flowers? Is my hair the flowers? RSK, where am I from? The United States. How old am I, Zerk? Zerk, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Want to take a guess? You can take a guess. How old do you think I am? Just looking at me. The people who know do not ruin it. How old do y'all think I am? The people who do not know. How old? If you had to take a guess. 26? Well, you're right. I am 26. Good job. Usually people think I'm much younger, and there's been times when people think I'm like 35, and I'm like, I don't know why the range is as such. Where's my views about Pakistan? I don't know enough about Pakistan to like make a comment. Yeah, Carla, like when people have guessed my age, they've said after I'm 35. I'm like, really? A lot of times people think I'm like 20. If even past being sorry, I know that's gross. I know some people don't like that. I just have like an eyelash I need to get. Also, a lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot of you, some of you may know my favorite artist is Maggie Lindemann. She released her most recent album, and so I've been listening to that the past few days, and it's good. You thought 21, Andrea? That's okay. Yes, I am 26. I would not lie. Some people think I'm like not even 18. I'm like, do you think I could have all of these? Like, if I wasn't at least 18. It's morning for you? It's afternoon here. Wait, what time? Where could you be, Australia? The name of the artist, Maggie Lindemann, Maggie. Last name Lindemann, Lindemann. Maggie Lindemann. Hi, Skylar. 3:33 my time. Everybody pause, make a wish. You're from Northeast India. Hello. I just had a call with one of my high school friends. We were best friends senior year, and she's Indian. She was born in the States though, but she is back celebrating both Diwali and her birthday, and just generally seeing family in India right now. I don't know where in India though. I know India's huge. Hi Harry, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Max, I do look young, thank you. It's because of my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It affects my skin and it makes people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome look younger. Am I having a good day? I'm having a weird day. Not the best day. It's not the worst day. I'm slightly or slightly to moderately below neutral. Where did I get the sweater? Thank you. That's okay, Andrea. I got this. This is merch from Rhett and Link. Here is Link. Here is Rhett. I don't watch them anymore, although interestingly enough, I did watch them on the Hot Ones channel, the First We Feast channel, doing the Versus show on First We Feast. That was just posted like yesterday or the day before, and I watched it yesterday. So I haven't seen them in like a year plus. I don't watch them anymore because their content feels like, you know, and they kind of say the quiet part out loud, where they do things kind of, well, they're creative now, but it's like, to me, it feels like they just do things for the money and they're not passionate anymore. And like they're trying too hard to be a certain way on camera. So now it just cringes me out when I watch them a lot of the time. Bye, Andrea. Hi, Fishhead. Thank you, Harry. A minute each? Oh, I chatter too much to only do a role play in a minute, I feel like. Because then how much, like, what's the plot? There's not much plot or storytelling if it's only 1 minute, you know? That's amazing, RSK. I would not advise you to come to America. Please do not. There are people who are like international students who aren't coming back this year because, and also there's people who have like been deported back. So I wouldn't risk it if I were you. Hi, Vincent. Mediton. Increased your attendance rate. Yeah, I only did it for today because I wasn't planning on going live today. I try to remember to tell everybody I'm going live, but I also I go live at about the same time each live stream usually, so I don't want to like annoy people, you know. But yeah, I know for the most part y'all don't care in the Discord if I add everyone. I come at it from my perspective, where I have OCD, which this is also why I don't try to check Discord unless I know I can be on, because if I see any notifications on my Discord server, then I need to like read through all of it and respond to all of it if I feel like responding. So like, people haven't done this in a while, but like when there would be the long threads of conversation, it's like, if I was planning on doing something but then I see that, it's like, I'm going to forget to do this later is also part of it. So it's like I have to read all the messages and I have to like respond and reply. But yeah, to add for the stream announcements, I'll try to remember to do that. Yeah, I'll do more Propolis roleplay summer, probably just not the 1 minute ones. Is that a Pikachu? Where? Am I Pikachu? Do I think that America's the best place to live? No, it's probably the worst. I don't want to say one of the worst. It's probably like down the middle. It's getting to be more like one of the worst. Because honestly, like but what makes America so bad is that, first of all, we don't have free healthcare, but also, it's like just what makes it so bad is that it's getting progressively worse. But also I was gonna say, it's that so many countries look to America for like what they should do culturally, socioeconomically, geographically, like what they're doing. So that's what makes it so difficult, because it's like there's so much influence America has, but it's like only from the top less than 1% who are controlling the status of America and like how America is portrayed and the input output. So it's like then all of us other people are like, hey, This doesn't represent me. It's involuntary. Harry, I'm doing like a little bit less than neutral, so not the best. Hey, I always do ASMR. What are you trying to say, Max? What about Trump? Hi, Marab, good to see you. If you're trying to say anything about Trump, if you want to know my thoughts and feelings, I've been very vocal. I have always been vocal about it on this channel since I've done live streams. I don't like Trump. So if you like Trump, this is not the place to say that you like Trump. I don't know if you're saying you don't, you hate him. Okay, good. Yeah, because, yeah. Hi, bow, shika, bow, 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 shika, bow, 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 shika, bow, bow, bow. Same here, 2ii. Let's see. I cracked my hands before I hopped on. And my neck. So nothing will sound right now. But yeah. Hope I didn't miss any lives. Were you on Tuesday? I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I wasn't actually even planning on going live today, but I was able to, which is why the live stream, I started it later than usual. Everything's been going on now. Well, everything since the founding of America has been bad. I don't know really ever when it's actually been good. There's been a lot of whitewashing historically. That's not just in America, but if I'm just like honing in on America. There we go. Dabby, dabby, dabby. Thank you, Marab. Appreciate that. I think I was there Tuesday, but then yeah. It's Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Central Time. Thursdays, 2 p.m. Central Time. But again, today I'm on a bit later. Oh, thank you, Blob. Yeah, that one I figured it wouldn't get as much traction as some of the other videos I do. But I felt like doing it, and so when I feel like doing something, I write it down on my phone, and then I go on my on my list of ideas on my phone, and then I pick what I want to do next time I'm filming. It's 10 p.m. in your country. It is 3:40 here. Well, 3:42, but because Central Time. His channel. Do you mean this channel? Thank you to 𝐼𝐼.555. In the 1650s or in the 1950s. So true. I swear I keep getting like stuff stuck under my skin. What is that? Is that just like why is there a bump there? Y'all, I used to get a lot of acne, like big, I'm sorry if this is TMI. Hi, Isha. Perfect timing. I'm talking about acne and zits. But there's, I used to get big zits on my legs growing up. And like there was one time there was like such a big zit. It looked like my knee. It was big. It was on my knee or by my knee. Like just above or below my knee. My right knee, I think. It took like over a year, I think a year and a half to pop it. And what came out was just a small little pebble that was stuck there. Somehow, I don't even know how to explain to y'all. But yeah, not this kind of acne. Like there's like a pebble in there. Like, how, first of all, if there was like a pebble on my skin that was stuck there, how did that form a zit around it? I just don't understand. 7-hour difference. Yeah, 6 or 7. How are you doing, Isha? That reminds. I think I started instinctively doing this now because you're so good at like the skin sounds. Could have started just something very tiny that calcified and got bigger. Yeah, because it was a tiny pebble that was in there, and then after that got out, then it like completely shrunk, and we just had to like pop it a few more times because it was like a daily thing. Every day my mom was like, okay, we gotta work on popping it. Oh, sorry if that's gross, y'all. I cannot help. forms because of the pressure that it's doing on your skin and in the tissues. Oh, I must have like fallen onto it, and then that's why it like stuck so hard to my skin, like on the playground or something. I don't know. See, I do put my, not these, because these are like flat. They might not look like it, but these are like pretty much flat. And they're more hormonal. This one isn't flat, but it's very small. I don't know if this is cystic technically or not, but also it's weird how it's mainly on one side, because I sleep on this side. And I only have this here, that's more new. But I have had this for a while. Just low-key, because I almost got, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, did y'all get sick with, like, was it food poisoning, or like was it like a virus going around? I was just saying how earlier on in this that I talked to my high school best friend who I haven't talked to in like a year and a half, 2 years, and she's Indian and her family is from India. I think she was first gen in the States though, but this is the first time her birthday was this past week, so she got to celebrate. She was back in India and she celebrated Diwali. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I'm a white person. Diwali. And her birthday was last week too, so that was the first time she ever was in India and celebrating her birthday, like while in India. So she was saying that she was with family and celebrating Diwali. Yeah, hi Alejandro. It looks like it's been clearing up, really. Interesting. Thank you. I'll take it. Nazir, hello. Does wearing lotion increase the tingling with the hands downs? Also, what's your favorite sound? My favorite sound I love water sounds. It's the most calming and satisfying to my ear holes. In terms of like sounds, I don't really get as much tingles from sounds, more so visuals, but maybe like tongue clicking. Wow. What do you mean 2 AI? So you haven't traveled outside the country, but you have, or hopefully. Lexi, cough and fever. I am so sorry. I hope you are feeling better now. I'm so sorry to hear that. The last time I was sick, was when I had COVID, I believe. So that was like 2022 to 2023, like the end of year time period, or like, yeah, so like December, January 2022, 2023. And it was bad. That was bad. I got it from my mom, who got it from being around my sister and her partner. Oh, mother, if you somehow end up watching this, I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you out. She had gotten home, and this is such a pet peeve of mine. I hate when people cough and they don't cover their mouths. Like in public, people put their hands behind their back and they're like, which is why I mask up when I go out and about. Even in the summer, but especially in the colder months when people are getting more sick. Not many people around where I live mask up. But anyway, where was I getting at? Sometimes I get weird looks, actually quite often. If people are looking at me, they look funny at me. Like, that's okay. But, my mom came home from seeing them over the weekend, and she was like coughing. She was, she doesn't cover her mouth, she was coughing out loud, like coughing, and she was sitting right next to me. And then like that night, or like sometime the next day in the morning, my mom found out that they had COVID, and my sister's partner had it first, and then her, and so then my mom tested positive, and then I ended up testing positive. Because she was like, maybe you won't get it. I'm like, you were coughing right next to me. There's no way I'm not getting it. So I ended up getting it. That was bad. I thought I was going to have to go to the ER. Oh, really? Isha, I hope you're not going to America. Stay away from America. I say that with peace and love. There's too much going on in America. I don't want something bad to happen to you. So be careful, but that's fun and exciting. Little kitty cat here. He is sleeping. He is sleeping on the chair right now. On his blanket on the chair. So that's what he's up to. You've only traveled to, oh wait, you're going to London on January for a school trip. That's crazy. Have fun. I only traveled to Dubai, Egypt, and Lebanon. Not traveled outside of Europe. Okay. But Europe is a continent, so you've traveled to different countries. Ooh, nice. Vietnam for 8 days. I actually hear it's very beautiful there. Very beautiful. Whenever I think of Vietnam, in that area is Cambodia, and my ex is from he's not from Cambodia, he's half Cambodian. Half Cambodian. Half Cambodian. Oh my god, I haven't thought about him in a long time. I wonder what he's up to these days. Interesting. You're from Saudi Arabia. Alright. You would move to Vietnam if you could. How come? If I could move anywhere, it would honestly probably just be to England, which I know you won't like that answer, Fishhead. Thank you, SK. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From Greece, hi, Pantelis. You're from England, Vincent? Well, you're lucky. ASMR of my heartbeat. Here we go. It's actually very hard for me to find my heartbeat because I have like chronic low blood pressure, so it's like not strong, and I have to like really go in there. I have to like move my neck bones. Nickelodeon. Is it nowadays though, Fishhead? Is England worse than USA as it is right now? Hi, Alessia. I could say Ireland, but I feel like there's a lot less to do in Ireland. I know somebody who they went to Ireland once, and on their first night of being there, they went out on the town, and they were wearing a puffer jacket, and they said like some random local tried hugging them, so they hugged her, and then when they stepped back, they looked confused, and then they like scurried away, and then they found out like once they came back to their Airbnb or a brothel or a hotel or whatever, they saw that their puffer jacket had stab marks in it. So she's like very certain they were trying to rob me. This is in Dublin, I believe. Dublin is in Ireland. Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland, right? I hope I didn't get those mixed up. I'm pretty sure I'm right. People in Europe pickpocket you like crazy. Yes, but the king doesn't really do anything. Like, the king doesn't really have much power. You know what I'm saying? Also, I feel like a lot of people in the UK, or in England specifically, don't like the whole royal stuff, or they just don't care as much as maybe people like news outlets make it seem like people care. I get people magazine news alerts in my email all the time, at least once a day, and there's always stuff about the royals. I'm like, I don't care. Or like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. I'm like, I don't care. Why do I care? What are these people doing that I have to, like, there's good work that Meghan and Harry are doing, like charity work, non-profit work, but like, other than that, why do I care about the most minuscule things? Because I don't. There's no reason for me to. You must go. Can I show you how Dr. Pepper? Oh, you must go. Oh, I thought you meant you must go to the UK. Okay. Bye, Fishhead. Thanks for hopping on. Visual triggers? Does that mean you're buff? You must be buff. 2ii.555. 2ii.555. 2222.555. I don't care about the royal news and stuff either. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like most people nowadays don't care about the royals. Especially after everything that happened with, like, Meghan Markle. There's people like Piers Morgan who are like, yeah, the royals, like, respect them and stuff. It's like, Piers Morgan, I don't respect you, okay? I'm not gonna listen to what you have to say. Do you see the line from my glasses? I don't, like, you know how there's my nose, you can see it's like bumped right here. I haven't worn glasses since elementary school, so I wonder if that's why it doesn't hurt. But also I think that is why there's like this bump here now. Like, over time it's grown so that my glasses don't fall off. My body's just done that over time. Be a hi, Liliana. Hello, Liliana. I have one of Maggie Lindeman's new songs from her album stuck in my head. If y'all want to look it up at some point, it's called Split. That was one of the songs she released like before the full album. There's 16 songs on the album, but it's only 46 minutes long, so they are shorter songs. My favorite ASMR creator is ASMR Lisa. Also, like, I appreciate the sentiment, but like, okay, so first of all, I'm most known for doing the repetition and the ASMR stuttering trigger. And the anticipatory trigger. So I have triggers that I'm known for. I actually just created a new channel for people who only want the repetition, and the stuttering videos. I release videos once a week on there, but yeah, so I do things that I think there's especially certain pockets of ASMR that I'm good at. But ultimately, what matters most to me is that I'm doing things that people enjoy and also that I enjoy. So for me, it's not like I'm doing ASMR so that I can just have all this money and like sit on it, you know what I'm saying? ASMR is one of the least, or one of the, I don't want to say it. You're less likely to get like rich off of ASMR more than almost any other part of YouTube culture. You're most likely to get rich off of doing like crypto commentary, but the rate per minute or the rate per video watch, like the RPM for like per every 1,000 view, how am I trying to say? Like for ASMR, it's at the lowest. It's one of the lowest. Making ASMR content is the lowest you'll make like per 1,000 views. If you make crypto and finance related content, you're more likely to make more money. Even family vlogging stuff, you're more likely to make more per 1,000 views. Like ASMR Alyssa said that, I think she said maybe like $17 an hour is how much. Like she looked at one of her videos and it was $17 every 1,000 views. For me, it's usually somewhere between $1 and $2, I feel like. I haven't checked it in a while, but the last time I checked, that's how much it was for every 1,000 views. And I don't get that many views. It's like, I'm not making money from this. That's why channel memberships. If you want to support me for as low as 99 cents, I have channel memberships you can check out. I have the 99 cents tier, the $4.99 tier, and the $29.99 tier. All of the information for that stuff is in the video description if you want to check it out. But that's the best way to support me, because the RPMs for ASMR creators, especially if you're a smaller creator and if you don't get many views, it's so minuscule. I'm still grateful for it, even though it's like I get maybe $1, you know. But channel memberships are the way to go to support me. Paola, you're from Puerto Rico. Hello. You used to know English. That's so cool. T-I-I, 2-I-I that you know now. It is not, Liliana. It is not 5:01 p.m. Central Time. It is 5:01 p.m. Eastern Time right now. Hi, Emma. It's 10 p.m. for you. Much later than it is for me right now. Hi, Mike. You're from Soweto. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to say your name out of respect, but also I'm so sorry if I say it wrong. Shepo from Soweto. Shepo from Soweto. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Pass. There you go. Figs 47. 5 a.m. in the Philippines. Mike, I have never been. Here's the thing. I've never been to the Philippines. I would never be able to travel that far, like by plane ever again, because of my chronic illnesses. Philippines is one of those places that is so cool, like culturally to me. Granted, I don't know like a lot, okay? A lot of what I know is from Drag Race Philippines, and I always say, outside of the US Drag Race, even like considering US Drag Race, there's so many countries that have Drag Race now. My favorite, even though the judging is so rigged, my favorite Drag Race part of the franchise is Drag Race Philippines. I love Drag Race Philippines. It's my favorite. I also really love Drag Race France. But Philippines is so good. The queens on there are so talented. And they're just so good at everything. And they have so much charisma that you just don't see in other seasons. Like the way they present themselves. Yeah. Hi, Mini Rock. Mini Rock 7526. Mini Rock 7526. But yeah, so I don't know if you watch Philippines. I'm like your grandmother. Thank you very much. I'll take it. Also, I like on your profile picture you are wearing a mask. We love it. I was just saying earlier, people around my parts don't really wear masks anymore. When I wear my mask out in public, people are always really weird. They look at me weird and funny. So, and there you can barely, it's rare to find somebody with a mask out in public around where I live. And when I do see it, it's usually like older people, like an older lady or like an older couple, never just an elderly man. It's only an elderly man and woman together, or just an elderly woman. But anyway, Drag Race is a show. Oh my god, Marathon. Vincent, right now, Drag Race, drag, like drag kings, queens. Well, so, Drag Race is only drag queens, unfortunately. I wish it was also drag kings. But Drag Race, the UK season is going on right now. The next episode was actually uploaded today, but I won't be able to watch it today. But Drag Race UK is actually my top 3 favorites too. I think my favorites are Philippines, France, and the UK. I actually really like the UK, but Philippines is number 1, and then it might be UK and then France. France, I don't know though, it might be France and then UK, because France, the talent there is off the charts too. I live in the USA. So yeah, if you know about drag queens, Drag Race is the show to watch. Oh my god. Drag Race UK is better than the US Drag Race, so if you're able to watch it, I recommend it. It's on like the BBC. I don't know, like there's probably different BBC channels, like BBC 5 or something, BBC 8, I don't know. But I recommend watching it if you can. Drag Race is so good. My favorite ever drag queen is from last season of UK, and their name is Lil, and they are non-binary, and they are so camp, but yet they're goth and edgy, but yet they're silly. And they're deadpan. I love Lil. So, oh my god, I could cry. Yeah, I love Drag Race so much. When I mentioned drag queens, I think I was there when they did the thing, but I have no idea what it was. Yeah, you should look up Drag Race Philippines. It is so good. The queens are so good. Season 1, not my favorite. If you're gonna start somewhere, if you plan on watching all of them, start from season 1. But if you're just like wanting to watch bits and pieces, I recommend season 2. Oh my god, season 2. Even season 3 is so good. All of them are so good. Season 2 is so good though. Such a good drag. Hi, yeah, Carla, hello. I do have the what is it? Or well, not the monthly, but the every Thursday I upload now on my Brittany Tarot channel, and it's Brittany Tarot now, not Brittany's Holistic Healing. By the way, I just changed everything over the past couple days. I think I changed everything, but that video did upload on that channel for the collective reading for Scorpio season. I am not going to do that men forever. No way. No way. I don't think my mother would allow me to watch Drag Race. I don't think she even knows what they are. I'm sorry. I watched Drag Race with my mom. I'm the one that got her into it, because she came out as a lesbian before I ever came out as bisexual. So I'm like, you can't, I'm like, I'll be an ally and we can watch Drag Race. Now it's like, well, I'm bisexual and I'm not binary. And not now, I always have been, but I finally realized that I am. Am I transgender? No, I am non-binary. Some people who are non-binary or gender non-conforming consider themselves trans, but I do not. And that's okay if you do or you don't. I don't consider myself trans. My pronouns are she, they. My nail type, I don't know what that means. Can I swim? Yes, I used to be a very fast swimmer. I was a state champion when I was younger. So it's funny that you bring that up, so I can swim. Yes, Mike, yes. Do you remember their names? What you were singing? Okay, I was gonna say this as well when you said you're from the Philippines. And this is also, I don't know how this would be taken in a bad way, but like, I mean this with love. You hear about the positive connotation and stereotype that Filipinos are such good singers. Like if you want to pick and choose where you'll find overall population-wise the best singers, or ethnicity-wise the best singers, like go to the Philippines, or like go to a Filipino strong community. Filipinos are so good at singing. So when you said you were singing at a hotel, I'm like, okay, now I have to bring that up. So you must be a good singer. I've seen clips of The Voice Philippines and The Voice Kids Philippines. Oh, so good. Your movie of the year. I've even watched a movie. I've watched documentaries and docuseries. I am not a Swiftie. I don't even know the last time I listened to a Taylor song. That's actually really funny you say it though, because that song, Shake It Off, was in my head earlier, and I hate that song. What's with all the synchronicities today? This is weird. But Mike, do you remember what any of their names are? My favorite Filipino drag queen is Miss Jade So. She's amazing. Yeah. She calls herself a Bratzy doll alien. Like, I love it. My favorite musician is Maggie Lindemann. My favorite band is Greta Van Fleet. My favorite genre of music is like overall rock, but I also really like metal. So I don't know if my favorite would be rock or metal nowadays, but I like all versions of like rock and metal. So alt rock, new metal, punk rock, like fusion, alt stuff. I like it all. I listen the least to country and rap, but there's some country that I like. I like more like old school country, but also some new school country, more because I like the people themselves, like Casey Musgraves and something Morris, what's her name? I think something Morris. I can't think of it right now. But she was a judge a year or two ago on Drag Race US as a guest judge one episode. I want to say Alanis Morris, but I'm just thinking of Alanis Morissette. But I like them because of what they stand for. Hi, Jerusalem Paul. Has he meant forever? What you're saying doesn't even make sense. I don't even get what you're trying to say. But, and rap, the rap I listen to is the rap that people say is not good rap. Like, I like listening to NF, and people say that's not good rap, because it's not like authentic rap, and he's a white guy. But you're from Poland. Roxanne, hello. What time is it here? 4:12. I live in Central Time. Roger Godwin, do I remember you? I believe I do. I gotcha, Mike. Well, I'm glad that you're okay with the drag queens. And you should be, because seriously, you should be so proud of the Philippines. Like, the talent, at least I can say from watching Philippines, it is oozing through the screen. Like, my favorite drag race, there's a lot, again, there's like Drag Race Sweden, Drag Race Mexico, there's Drag Race España, which used to be my favorite, but the judging is so bad I can't even watch it anymore. The newest season is releasing episodes every week right now, but I'm not watching. My mom does, but I do not, because I just can't. The judging is so bad, like so incredibly bad. So I can't. There's Drag Race Italia, Drag Race Down Under, which is Australia and New Zealand. There is Drag Race Holland, which is the Netherlands, but they haven't released from there in a long time. They also do Canada. There's Drag Race Canada, Drag Race Germany. That should be releasing soon. Drag Race Thailand started releasing again, coming back on. Let's see, am I missing any Drag Race parts of the franchise? Drag Race Brazil. There used to be the first international season. It was called Drag Race, like the Switch. It was called The Switch, and was it in Chile? I I think it was in Chile. And that was very different from Drag Race, but it was like a spin-off from Drag Race, and some Drag Race US queens were on there. I think that's all of them though that I can think of. But people say the worst in the Fringe. People hate Australia. But I think that's all of them. My least favorite ever is Drag Race Italia. Oh my god, they're so racist on there. I gotcha, Carl, no worries. There you go. The mouse sounds. But, let me think, am I missing any? I don't believe I am missing anybody. There's some Singaporean queens who have been on Drag Race Thailand. Singapore is so talented. The people who I've seen from Singapore. Yo, if I could be born somewhere, in my top 3, Singapore's on the list. Although are tattoos legal there? I don't remember. Just recently in Korea, it got overturned. It got, like, the law changed. Where now you can legally tattoo without needing a doctorate. You needed, in Korea, in South Korea specifically, you needed to have a doctorate, like a PhD. I don't know what the specifics are, like in human anatomy related degree, PhD. But you needed that in order to tattoo there. But now you don't need to. I speak Spanish solo un poquito, pero no más. Necesito aprender más español porque es muy bonita y me encanta español. I did 4 years, cuatro. In my most recent video that I did yesterday, I spoke in Spanish, by the way, but I did a little bit of Spanish, 4 years of Spanish in high school, but I lost most of it. Only know certain phrases. We had to learn past and future participles of words. It's very different from how, maybe it's not different from how English is in that sense, but I don't like how things are gendered as well. Also because I'm non-binary, but language, do you speak English and only a little bit of Spanish? If I had to go to the bathroom, ¿dónde está el baño, por favor? ¿Dónde está el restaurante? Yo necesito la comida. Me encanta. No, me encanta. Yeah, me encanta. Me encanta. Oh god, I was never good at the present participles, the different forms of words. Me encanta, because encanta is me encanta, but that means it. Me encantan. I love them. I love cats. Eli Gray, thanks. Me encantan, because cats, plural. Right? Me encantan, isn't it? Is it just encanta? Because encantan, because them, plural. Hi, your man 777. 777. 777. I need a drink of water real quick, 1 second. Hello, I'm back. Hi cat, good to see you. Gotta stay hydrated, that's true. What do I love? Drag race. No, what do I love though? I love cats. I love avocado and guacamole. I love, me encanta, da, 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 canta, da, 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 da. I love music. I love documentaries and docu-series. I love YouTube. I have been watching YouTube videos since I want to say 2007, maybe 2008, but it was around 2007 or 2008. So I've always loved YouTube videos. I used to watch Ryan Higa. I used to watch unfortunately Shane Dawson, even old school Rhett and Link, but I'd more so watch them later on. But Ryan Higa was my main person who I started watching on the platform. I used to watch Fine Bros all the time. I used to watch so many different people. That's okay, Vincent. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it hasn't been the best day for me either. That's more so because of my circumstances right now, though. Is it anything like specifically that happened? It's just some stuff I'm doing this weekend that I'm anxious for. So, do I play video games? I don't. I don't have a gaming console. Growing up, I had a Nintendo GameCube and a PlayStation 1. We only had games like some of the Crash Bandicoot games for my GameCube. And for the PlayStation 1, the main game I played was Frogger. We had a football game, but I think it didn't work properly. So I mainly just played Frogger on there. I feel like there's a game I'm missing. Maybe not. Frogger and the Crash Bandicoot games. I'm good at single button mashing or whatever, like moving games. I'm not good at doing anything crazy. Like Fortnite would not be my jam. Maybe if I practice I would actually be good. But I've only played Fortnite like once or twice and I actually did pretty good. I've never played Oh, I like the game. I've played this before. Portal. It Takes Two is a fun game to play if you have a partner. That's what it's called, right? With the mini doll people. They turn into dolls. It's also so cheesy of a game though. So it's kinda cringes me out a little bit, but it's fun to play. And then we have the Portal games. I really like those. Because it's not about I feel like if I had a Minecraft I would just build stuff. If I had Stardew Valley I would play that. I like Wii games. I always loved playing Wii games with my friends growing up. Those were games where I would go over to, especially this one person's house I have in my mind, and I would play the Wii games, and it was always so fun. Mainly the not even Mario Kart. I mean sometimes, but we would play that actually. But what's the other ones? I can't think. Like the old school Super Mario Bros. Games. I would always be either Birdo or Baby Peach. Are you surprised? You like the Takes Two game? Thank you, 𝒕𝒉𝒓𝒐𝒖𝒈𝒉. Thank you, Mike. Yo, if I knew how to do makeup, and if I wasn't allergic to makeup, I would so be a drag king. I know you don't need makeup to be a drag king. It's about what you make of it, but I would so be a drag king. Oh, I would slay it, because I'm good at lip syncing, y'all. I'm good at lip syncing. You don't even know. You don't even know. Because I can't play music on here, so you won't even be able to know. Coconut, 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 coconut. Why are you having a bad day, cat? Hi, K, whatever. LOL. Hi, Max. You're welcome, Mason. I almost said Max, because Max is in here as well. Hi, Max. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Isabella. And abs, 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 abs. But yeah, the main, I watch American Horror Story, and hi Maria Ortega Rodenas 4733. I watch what am I trying to say? Oh, American Horror Story. But I haven't watched the most recent season. I know people are saying like ever since, what is it, Circus or whatever, it's gone downhill. Or like Hotel or whatever. I didn't like the Hotel season very much, where the vampires and stuff were on there. Lady Gaga was on there. That's not why I didn't like it. But I did not watch the most recent season where Kim Kardashian is in it and Emma Roberts, because I don't like the Kardashians. No, Man Forever, you cannot. Does the 98 Man Forever mean that you were born in 98? So do you travel often? I'm going to end the poll, because I always forget to do that. Do I like makeup on other people? On me, not the most. So no, with 43%. Do you travel often? 37% of people said yes, and changes of year is 20%. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that. With 138 votes. That's what I kind of figured would have ended up being said. That would be pretty even between no and yes. I thought maybe yes would have been higher. But, I don't know. And changes every year, because I think, yeah, it just depends on what people have going on. Hi, 𝐶𝒕𝒉𝒂𝒏𝒄 6905. Thank you so much. You travel by ship? Oh god, no. I will get motion sickness so bad. My sister has been on cruises a couple times. I, for one, would not be able to. That would be awful. Also, like, imagine you start having a panic attack and you want to leave. It's like you can't leave around a ship in the middle of the ocean. Same with a plane. It's like if you're going from, for example, the US over to England, and it's like you're over the water. You can't just land somewhere. You can maybe try to find an island, but it's like then you land there and then what? That is a worst case scenario for me. Oh my god. That's the thing too, into it. That's why I'm also kind of glad that I can't travel, because it's so expensive. I actually have some very unpopular opinions about traveling that most people do not agree with. You know, obviously traveling is a luxury, even if it's like traveling more so to see family, not to like sightsee. Traveling is a luxury, even if it's by car. Traveling is a luxury. Having the time and the money for it. So that I feel like is pretty standard. People can agree with that. But I'll just say this. I don't think people should travel as much as they do. Not only because it's bad for the environment, but I think people travel to places not for the right reasons. Like, people just want to look good on social media, and that's the main reason people travel. Not so that they can actually learn about the culture, embrace the culture, like, have new and interesting experiences, to expand their mindset and their views, to meet new people. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture and go to these places, and I'm gonna post it on social media so that I look a certain way. So that's how I feel. But yeah, I know a lot of people, especially people who travel around, wouldn't agree with that. That is exactly true. You agree, Mike? Because you think about the people who, rich white people, it's other people too, but like where you see it the most is in that regard. And the people who maybe would like, there are people who maybe would like to travel, but it's like they don't have the circumstances or the means to travel by plane or by boat or even by car. Like, so it just makes me feel weird where it's like people are spending, you can spend your money however you like, but it's weird because it's like you're spending, like, people spend thousands of dollars on vacations and trips, but yet, you know, like there's like genocides happening all over the world, so it just feels a little tone deaf to me. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it, okay? A lot of people would not. If I had the means to travel, I would probably think differently. Am I bitter? I don't think so, because I'm fine with not traveling. I've never been somebody when I was younger who was like, oh, I can't wait until I travel the world. I was never like that. Yeah, so it just feels weird when people like travel to places, but then it's like they're very silent on certain issues that are happening and they don't help. If you have all that money, it's like you never even give some money to causes, whether it's overseas or locally. It just feels really weird to me. I mess up the environment in my town too, like take pictures. Oh my god, you know what that reminds me of? Mount Everest. On Mount Everest, a lot of the water related to Mount Everest, the water that flows like from the snow caps from Mount Everest and the surrounding like water, people in the nearby villages, so many people drink from that water, but now it's like they struggle to drink from that water because it's so dirty, because so many tourists go to Mount Everest and they leave their trash all over Mount Everest, and so that affects the snow and it affects the water, and therefore it affects what people are drinking. So people are getting sick in the nearby villages in Mount Everest because of that. Hi Tater Tots, good to see you. Yeah, it's true, Carla. Also, to me, it's different if people like pick and choose when they travel. If people are traveling all the time, even if you're like a good tourist, that makes me feel weird. It just makes me feel weird. I know not everybody will agree with me. But also, oh Mike, I do want to say, I know that tourism in some parts of the world is the main source of income for people. So it's like, there's also that. So it's like, that's good. It helps boost the economy for people. But I don't know. It's like how Japan is limiting like visitors from other countries, especially from the United States. So like they're limiting who can come from the United States to Japan to visit because people are rude to the locals, and also people like aren't kind to the environment. People don't respect the culture, like all those things. And eat good food. See, that's what it's about in the hood. It's about experiences. From Algeria, hello. H. What do you mean? What is the concept of tourism? Do you mean like what do you mean by the concept of tourism is crazy? What do you mean, Maria? Like travel for the culture, just show. But how many people actually travel for good intentions? Because I feel like for me, I just don't see that happening. And again, I see a lot of, it's mainly people who travel and vacation in other places a lot. A lot of times it's very white people. And it just reminds me of colonialism. So it just makes me feel weird. It's like, oh, I'm this happy white person here, and you're just like struggling to survive, but here, you take care of my bed sheets for me while I go out and enjoy the ocean. And I won't tip you afterward. Unless you really deserve it. Maybe I'll spare you some change. It's like, it makes me feel very weird. You just see in these places, like, still there's such a divide. Like, these places where people are local, or just a lot of times struggling to survive day to day and have to work so hard, and then there's people who come in who are tourists, and they just, you can enjoy your time there, but it just feels very tone deaf to me. It just feels so tone deaf when there's people all around. And again, I say that, but like, I live in America where all around me there's already people who are struggling to survive. There's a houseless crisis all around in America. It's very bad. A hunger crisis here and in a lot of parts of the world. But it just feels different where it's like, oh yeah, this is like, I think of, for example, like maybe Cancun, Mexico, and people travel there all the time, and I'm like, do the locals have much money? Maybe some of them do, but I feel like even like, aren't a lot of the hotels owned by people who are like, who are from Europe or from America, like North America, or more specifically, I'm sorry, like United States of America? So it's like the people who profit off of the tourism probably isn't even many of the locals. It's people who are building upon the land from other countries. You know what I'm saying? You can't see every time the worst part of traveling. Okay. I've seen another bad aspect. Oh yeah. I've heard of that. People going to Spain are like, yeah, people are not nice to me here. I've heard that before. Playboy. I saw this video that explained that 98% of native Jamaicans don't have access to their beaches because they're all owned by resorts and only tourists can afford to stay there. Literally, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, the tourism, it boosts the economy, but like, what part of the economy? It's part of the economy for people who aren't even native to the area, or people who moved there, or just like the very, very top 0.001%. You know what I'm saying? I know, John, that's what I'm saying too, is like, it's hard because I know that it does boost the economy and it gives people jobs, but it makes me think. I've watched a lot of docu-series and such on the Sherpas in Nepal. Like, they risk their lives, and even a lot of the Sherpas only make enough for supporting their family. Like, they put their lives on the line to do so. And there's people who have mountain climbing expedition companies that are owned by white people, and they charge so much money. And they also have like these expeditions, like you usually travel with like a company or like an expedition, like people who are Sherpas. You go with the Sherpas of Nepal, or you go with people who own these companies that people who run them or who are the heads of them are usually white, and they are they have really, really high prices just so they can help guide you up and down the mountain of Everest. So it's like, there's all these white people coming. It's just like that, I guess, maybe boosts the economy, but not really for Nepal or Tibet. Mainly people enter through the Nepal side, pretty sure. But it's like, so it's like these other people who aren't even native, who own these companies where they're charging so much money, claim to be experts, and they're the ones hacking people up and down the mountains, when there's Sherpas who are there, who are putting, I think, what is it, like at least 50 to 60% of the people who have died on Everest are Sherpas themselves. So it's, and even then, a lot of times, they don't make an exorbitant amount of money, and they're putting their lives on the line. You know what I'm saying? They say hello to you. So yeah, those are just some of my thoughts on like traveling. I don't want people who travel to feel bad. Just be conscious of your actions, you know, because and if the locals don't like you being there, don't try to take it personally. Just be like, it's understandable, you know, like mind your own business if you can. If people don't want to be bothered, some people, when you travel places, love talking to you, okay? Some people maybe don't, and that's okay. Thank you, Dodie. Thank you, Dodie. But yeah, I know that it's more unpopular opinions relating to traveling, but I don't like traveling unless people do it in smaller amounts and people are respectful and mindful and not just traveling somewhere for bad intentions, like just to look good, you know. Some of my thoughts. Exo wants to keep saying hello to everybody. Hi, honey. I know your ear's bothering you. His right ear has been bothering him. Do you have a partner in your life? I appreciate you saying partner, because I am bisexual after all. I do not. I have not had a partner since May of 2022. That's over 3 years ago. Almost 3.5 years ago. Last time I had a partner. I am an introvert by a lot. I've never been an extrovert. Although for my friend groups growing up, I was the extrovert of my introverted friend group, just because, yeah, everybody was so quiet and shy and timid. So that's how it worked out. It's a very interesting dynamic, but yeah, generally speaking, I'm very introverted, which is weird because I do these. I can hold a conversation. I like talking to people, but that doesn't, like, I'm introverted still. No, he lives there, Mike. Yeah. Also, if I was to travel to these places, it would suck for me because I'm vegan, and I know in a lot of parts of the world, a lot of the like signature or cultural dishes are very meat heavy or fish heavy, dairy heavy. It's like that. I don't want to be disrespectful. I just can't eat those things. Okay, bye Carla. I'm only going to be on for a little bit longer now. So yeah, thanks for hopping on. There will be no watch party this weekend on the Discord because I won't be available. Beijos. I'm saying that wrong for sure. Beijos. I've said it before, but I forget how I've said it before. Beijos. Mike, I do live streams on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Central Time and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Central Time, usually. I wasn't actually going to go live today because I didn't think I would have the time today because of other things I had to do and have to do. But thankfully, I was able to go live just at a later time than I usually go live. What do I do for a living? All of this. But yeah. And then I post regular videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays that aren't live streams. Also, it is 4:44 my time. Everybody pause, make a wish. Hi Josie, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. It is for me as well, as well, as well. Maybe that writing helps. Wait, what writing? Josie, you missed the conversations we were having. If you just hopped on, I was saying some very unpopular opinions. I won't repeat them though, because some of y'all are like, we already heard your whole spiel. If it involves traveling, I'll just say that. Let's get soapy exactly. My whole life filled with suds. Soap, bubbles, 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 pop, pop, pop. I have a dry part of my lip that's bothering me. Like a dry part that's sticking out. If I dare, then I will, maybe, if I remember. I won't be available today, unless if it's like right before bed for me. So if I'll try to remember. Oh, Josie, have you listened to Maggie Lindemann's new album? And if so, wait, how was that inappropriate? Wait, what's inappropriate? Yeah, 16 songs, 16 minutes. The one that's been stuck in my head all live stream is Split by Maggie Lindemann off of her new album. So I recommend definitely listening to that one. But also Spine has been stuck in my head. Oh wait, that's the song I was thinking of. Spine. My favorite song ever? My favorite song ever. Oh god. Yeah, I haven't listened to it in like a month, but The Weight of Dreams. No, actually I listened to it like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. The Weight of Dreams by Greta Van Fleet. It is like an 8.5, 9-minute long song. Not too much for the lyrics, but how it makes me feel is guttural. If you're talking about my favorite Maggie Lindemann song, my favorite Maggie Lindemann song, like out of all of her music. Sorry, my cat. Is Casualty of Your Dreams. I also really like We Never Even Dated. I like the song Break Me off of her album Head Split. Yes, Axel the cat is orange. He is a tabby cat. He is a tabby cat. 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 We got the ears. We got the ears. We've got the whiskers and the ears. We've got the whiskers. We've got the eyebrows. What are you doing, stinky boy? What are you doing, stinky boy? What What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? What do you think? Well, my orange cat is a weirdo, I'll tell you that much. He's not playful necessarily, but he likes to run around with me. Oh, nah, don't go up there. Yeah, Josie, a lot of people say that about Greta. It's very annoying. Even on the Greta subreddit, there's always people like, oh, I found them because they sounded like Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin. It reminded me of the old days. It reminded me of my love for Zeppelin. It's like, if you actually pass their like first album, listen to their other songs, like he can't help if he has a Zeppelin-esque, Robert Plant-esque voice. Okay. If you listen to the Battle at Garden's Gate, especially, like, the music is not similar, actually, to Led Zeppelin at all. That album is the most prog rock or progressive rock. It's very, like, ethereal. It's almost, like, churchy because it's very, like, operatic, I want to say, like, very dramatic. Have you ever listened to Greta, Josie? Do I listen to Slipknot? No. Funny story, I don't. And that is because my mom hates Slipknot. So I have never actually listened to a Slipknot song except for Dromeo, when somebody had to learn a Slipknot song. Yeah. Also, Josie, did you know that the lead singer of Greta Van Fleet, one of the twins, he came out a couple years ago. He didn't specify if he was gay or bi, but he said he has like a partner, insinuating somebody who doesn't fit the mold for a cis straight relationship. My last concert, well, I went to a local concert not too long ago, but before then, the most recent concert I went to was Greta Van Fleet in the Twin Cities. And it was so good. I had close seats. So yeah, that's amazing. Greta Van Fleet. The boys of that grew up in Frankenmuth, Michigan, which is north of Detroit. It's north of... Is it north of Ann Arbor? Yeah, I think so. And they... Frankenmuth is a small town, like 6,000 or 7,000 people, I want to say. Maybe 8,000. But it's less than 10,000 people that live in Frankenmuth. And Frankenmuth, Michigan is home to the world's largest Christmas store. Oh, Basant, why do we feel like that? I don't... Rashad, hey. Beethoven, 34, hello. Best friends from Michigan, but if it coincidence. Why do we always feel like we're not good enough? Because we are too hard on ourselves, and because we internalize what other external factors tell us, externally what other people tell us, and what's been written throughout history, what tells us we need to be a certain way. So people and things telling us we need to be a certain way, we internalize that, and that is why we feel like no matter what, we are not good enough. I know I do have a big forehead. It's because I'm white. I got those white people genes. I definitely do have a big forehead. I'm surprised you're like the first comment I've ever gotten about it. I've commented on it before. Brittany Broski has said that before too, like, yeah, white person genetics, got a big forehead. Yeah, I'm surprised you're the first one who's ever said that. Interesting. But, you know. Brian, Teresi, you're the same. Thank you, user XD2LZ2TS2N. Hi, Justin. What ASMR? I don't have enough time for what ASMR. I'm sorry, because it's actually been an hour and a half. So that means it's time for me to head out. You have like a 5 forehead. Do you mean like it's 5 inches or anyway? I don't know. I never measured mine, but I'm gonna head out. So thank you, Justin. Make sure you like the live stream, that you subscribe. You can become a channel member for as low as 99 cents. All the information for how to become a channel member, as well as more information about each of the 3 tier levels, is in the video description. If you do decide to become a channel member, make sure you do it from my link, youtube.com/Britney'sASMR/join. Don't do it through other means. Like there's other things, if you click on them, for example, like if you have an iPhone, Apple will charge you through the YouTube app, and the extra tax goes to them, not to me. So you're getting charged extra, and it just goes to the big guys. But yeah, bye everybody. Thank you.